Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to show you guys a brand new box that I received from MyGica group. It is the MyGica ATV585. With this box comes a brand new remote which is KR40. Alright, without wasting your time, let's just get into it. You can see the box is nicely designed, and once you open it, the components that are part of this is the ATV585 comes with the quick installation guide. Also comes with one power adapter which is created for Canada and United States, one HDMI wire and one AV wire, so that we can connect this to older type of TVs. You can see that the remote itself is very nice. Remember that once you get it, it does come with the battery, which is not inside of this. You have to insert it yourself. This is how you really do it. Make sure that the negative is upward, and then you gotta insert it in, and you have to put the back on. The next thing, make sure that there is a little blinking red light on the top when you're pressing the button. And then the remote itself, you can see it's dual-sided. One side is full QWERTY keyboard, and on the other side is a regular button, so you can maneuver and use this. Remember, this is an IR remote. It is not a gyro remote or air mouse remote. Again, it does have a static mouse button you can see on the top. Then you have the power button. At the bottom of it, you have the volume down, the menu button in the middle, and then the volume up button. If you go a little bit more down, you can see that it has the navigation buttons, which is top, bottom, right, and left. And in the middle, you also have the OK button. Going underneath of it, you have the home button, stop, and the escape button or the return button. Underneath of it, you have the chapter reverse, and you have the play and pause, and you also have the fast forward button or skip button. Underneath it says MyGica. Going in the back, you have the full QWERTY keyboard. You can use both fingers to type, or you can just use one hand. Alright, let's just get into the box itself. In the front, it has three indicators. On the left hand side and the right side of it, there is an IR indicator. Once we go to the right side, we have the full mini SD card slot. Right beside it, you have two USB 2.0 ports. When we flip it on the back, you have the 10100 Ethernet connection, and then we have the AV connection. Right beside that, you have the HDMI connection. Right beside that, you have the DC connection, which is 5 volt, and then you have the nice antenna, so this way you can connect it via Wi-Fi. Going on the other side, there's nothing there, and going on the bottom, it has enough ventilation. Alright, let's just get disconnected. Hook up your dongle for your remote, connect the HDMI wire, and if you are going to use the Ethernet, go ahead, connect it now, and then if you're using Wi-Fi, just stay tuned. The next thing, you have to make sure to connect the power. Once you connect the power, the first screen you're going to get is the Android KitKat 4.4 logo. The next screen will be the animated screen for MyGica. Once it goes in, and yes, this is the only launcher that comes inside of this box as soon as you go in. So you have the time on the right side with the date. Also on the left hand side, you have the apps, and also you have the settings, so whichever one you want to select. So first, you can see it says Wi-Fi. That's how you're going to go in, and you can connect your Wi-Fi. Make sure that there's a check mark. Click on the Wi-Fi itself. It will give you a little part to enter your password. Now, to make sure you type it properly, when you click a little check mark and you click on the part that says password, you will see a keyboard coming up, and with the keyboard you can enter your password, and yes, it will enter it for you there. So once it's done, click on connect, and it will go through and connect it. Next thing is the Ethernet. Goes back to the same screen, so you can click on the Ethernet and it will connect by itself. Going into display, when you click on it, it automatically takes you under display, which is the next option. In this, you can set up your screen properly. So if you put it on auto detect, this is how you can go back to 480i, which is the older type of TV, or you want to take it to maximum 1080p. But if you do have a monitor that is not 1080p, make sure that is off. Click on the HDMI output, and you can set it up under 720p, 60 Hz or 50 Hz. And that's how easy it is to change the screen resolution. The next part is the screen display resolution. You can see that we do have a little borderline all the way around it, but if you press the up button, it will make it full screen, and that's how we can fix that. So next part is the advanced. Under advanced, you can set up your Miracast. If you have the remote control on your phone or the Google TV remote on your phone, you can set it up here too. Also, if you have the optical audio, which this box does not have. But you go on the other, you can see the model number and the kernel version, everything will be here. Alright, so this is where you're going to go for more settings, which will take you to regular Android settings. Also, manage apps is here too. This is how you're going to uninstall apps. Next part is the date and time, software update if it is OTA, which is over the air, or you have it manually selected inside of an SD card or a USB. This is where you go to update. The next part is language if you want to change it from English to another one. We will go back into apps. Under apps, you can see it starts from the big icon says applications. Once you go to it, all the defaulted apps are installed in this, going to show up here. We did install a few apps on this, but except that it is pretty cool. Another thing I just want to mention is if you go under Wi-Fi analyzer, this is how you're going to see who has the most power on the Wi-Fi. You can see that mine is not that far, that's why it shows up. The ones that are too far is just going to die away, or it shows this string of how good of a strength it have. We will get out of this too. Again, the Wi-Fi on this works like charm. We will get out of the screen also. So the next thing is Kodi, and then we have the YouTube, browser, calendar, Google Play Store. Make sure you log into this in order to update all of your apps, something like Netflix, YouTube, 4K player, and also Kodi now is going to be inside of that. The next thing we do have the MyGica store. You can see it's pretty nicely done and there's no stutter. As soon as it plays, it's very smooth, and this is a 1080p video. You can see right now it is AAC, and we will just go back and click close and we will get out of this. So it plays the videos nicely without any hesitation. So we will just exit out of this too. So yes, we do recommend this for everybody to get. This is MyGica's budget box. It has a 4K player, but again, this is for 1080p screens. This will take you to a part that you do not need to update for a long time. This box is pretty small and it is very handy dandy, so if you want to take it from one room to another. The Wi-Fi on this is working like charm. Didn't have any problems going from third floor to the basement. It still got my signal properly, and I didn't have to connect it to any other access points to get my internet running on this. Again, the remote itself is pretty nice. It's double-sided, so it will make sense to get this box. The links will be available where you can order this box, or if you want to just get the remote at the bottom of this video. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Vine, Instagram, and other social networking places. And thank you.